What up, what up? It's Hayden from Reptile HQ. I'm making a video here at 12:40 a.m. I have a landscaping business that I work like 7 to 7 at, especially in the summer. And then I come here afterwards. I usually have some family time, eat some dinner, and then come here and get exhausted and then work till I'm tired or, you know, as tired as I can be. And then, I drive on home, go to bed, started back over, right? But I was driving over here. I was listening to a podcast from Trap Talk Reptile Network, and they were interviewing Chaz Schillens from Low Key Boas, and shout out Chaz. Man, he has such raw emotions in his videos and his explanations, and I feel it on a real level. He was talking about all sorts of stuff, from just how long he was in the industry before he saw a lot of success. How long he was in the industry before he even started social media accounts, and it's cool to hear that, because I'm just barely starting my YouTube. I started my Instagram like 2 years ago, but I've been doing this since 2019, and so I'm kind of similar in that manner. Not as long as Chaz, it seems like, but it's cool to hear that. And he was talking about all the ups and the downs in the boa game, and it was just so relieving to hear another person's experience, because depending on how long you stay in the boa game, in the boa business, you are bound to see some terribly sad things and some wonderfully euphoric, happy, just overwhelmingly happy moments, right? But it's the whole entire process that makes these happy moments so rewarding. And it doesn't come without some mistakes and some losses and all that. And you do everything you can do, and everything that you learn from other people, but you just constantly learn, and there's always things that you can get better at. And Chaz was preaching that, and I'm a true testament to that as well. I've had some crazy downfalls, and I've had some freaking awesome moments as well. But shout out Chaz. That was just a cool video. Hype me up. But I really wanted to come on here. I had a subscriber that he bought a boa from me, and it was a hypo fire het T positive albino. When I refer to T positive albino, unless I say VPI, for me it always means the central T positive line, right? Or the Stone T positive line, or the Burke T positive line, or the Nicaraguan T positive line. That's always what I'm referring to when I'm saying T positive, just because that's mainly what I work with. As far as T positive goes, I do have VPI stuff, but I have a lot more of the T positive, central T positive albino line. But this here is the mom of my subscriber's baby, and he personally asked me to throw this up and show her off. She's absolutely beautiful. She has some stuck shed on her head right now, but she's a hypo motley fire het T positive albino, and she's a 2017. So she's a 9-year-old boa. She's a mixed bloodline, so technically she's Central and Colombian, but great size snake. She's given some awesome litters. Last year she gave 16 live babies. Absolutely no slugs, no dead babies. All of them lived after birth too. She's an awesome breeder. And then this year she had 21 babies, and all of them have been thriving and doing super well. So, and she's just bouncing back. She's digesting super properly and doing super well. So she's a great female here, and I'm gonna show off the male that she bred to. Let me grab him just 1 second. All right, so this guy's really cool. I just feel like there's not too many of these being produced, not too many shown off, and I got a lot of different combinations of these guys, and so these are super awesome. I'll show a baby, one of his babies from last year that is the same exact morph as he is, but without the maturity of the IMG in them. But he's like a crazy, like burgundy brown type of look. Very different. So like I said, he's an IMG. He's fire. And he's T positive. So super unique guy. He's freaking awesome. And he'll continue to get darker. But as you can tell, his darker is like dark brown, right? But in the sunlight, like he still has this crazy iridescence to him. And so he's just with that fire and that T positive, just, I don't know, makes some way different things. But yeah, he's an absolute stud. He's produced a handful of litters. He's a 2023. But like I said, like still mixed bloodline in him, but he's a central T positive albino. So, like with the central in them, definitely can still get these guys a great size. But yeah, he's a 2023 great size male. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Bam. Let me show you his son. So check this out. This is dad right here. Whoop. This right here is his son. So, I mean, I expect his son to end up just like his dad here. So definitely a way big difference when there's that T positive involved. It can do so many different things to the colors as well. You don't always end up with this like burgundy look here. But this guy, same exact thing. IMG, T positive, fire. He's a yearling. But these guys are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Awesome. And if you watch this video, you know who you are. Ooh, as I get bit. Bam. Okay. If you watch this video, let me know what you think about the parents. These guys both have super great demeanors. I hope your baby has a killer demeanor too. But god damn, bro. This guy's getting me. He is getting me. Feisty. Feisty. I said, hopefully they have great demeanors as I get bit twice from the brother. That's alright. That's alright. Okay. Alright, this female is super cool too. She's going into shed. She's usually a lot brighter orange, orangish red. As she, oh shit! That baby fucked up my hand. Damn, I need to clean that off. Anyways, this is Aztec Hypo. She's Posset call albino. I've never shed tested her or proved her out, so. Don't know on that one. But she bred to a T positive Motley IMG male that I have. And so all the IMG Aztec babies, the IMG Motley Aztec babies that I have, they're all from her. The 2026 babies. And yeah, they're all from her. She's awesome. I got her in 2021. She is a 2021, and I got her with a IMG Motley Aztec male, a hypo IMG female, a hypo or just yeah, and then an IMG male, and a hypo IMG male. So yeah, I believe so. We bought all that at once from the same breeder, and yeah, talking about the ups and the downs in the boa game, that IMG Motley Aztec male, I had what it was 3 or 4 years ago. I came into my snake room and it smelled like absolute death, and I had a malfunction on my heating pads, and it was like the one heating pad that the thermostat was tied to went out, and all the rest of them were on. And so every other cage was just like 120 degrees and just cooking my boas. It was crazy because there was only 7 snakes on this rack, but out of the 7, only 1 died. And I don't know how many days it was like that for, because I was there just I think it was 2 days before, and I don't check my temperatures in each cage every single day, right? But I was there 2 days before and everything was fine, and so must have just been right then. Stopped working, just started cooking my rack, and so absolute down. I lost my IMG Motley Aztec male. That was the only boa that I lost out of that heating pad malfunction, and it just sucks. Like, that was terrible, dude. But full circle moment, his sister brings a litter of, what do we have, 16 live 16 live, huge babies, and they were just freaking, yeah, just awesome. And I produced a couple IMG Motley Aztecs. So bam, full circle moment. Sometimes sometimes things have to do the wraparound to really, for you to have what you want. But this girl's super cool. Let me show the male that she bred to. I showed him off briefly in one of my shorts that I just barely put up, but he's a T positive Motley IMG. Unique boa right here. Super cool. With that T positive and that IMG, you could tell like this guy's got more of like a lighter brown color to him than that T positive Fire Motley IMG did. But it can range, but still kind of like that same burgundy type of tone. But just pretty guy. He's a stud too. He bred 2 females, had fantastic litters with both females. He's very cool. He's a 2023. Yeah. Let me get another one. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Let me wash off my goddamn hand. All right, let's see here. Where's my water at? Okay. Got my hand cleaned off. A little bit. Still bleeding, I guess. Okay, this is another breeder male. That first time breeder for this 2026 or for that 2025-2026 season. But he's a 2023 as well. He's a VPI Sunglow Labyrinth Jungle. Super cool guy. What did I breed him to this year? I bred him to 2 females. One female slugged out, and the other female had a fantastic litter. I think it was 19 live babies, but it was to a hypo labyrinth, And so I showed off some of those babies in my last video, but just absolute killers, dude. I never produced labyrinths before, but I'll definitely continue to in the future because they're just freaking awesome. Look at this guy. He's a VP, or not VPI. He's 100% het VPI. Paw super hypo because the mom was hypo, the dad's hypo. He's a paradox, and he's a jungle labyrinth, or at least I hope he's a jungle labyrinth. Identifying jungle with labyrinth is like, what? I don't know, dude. I feel like I have some really good guesses, but I feel like I don't know for sure on any of my babies. It would be great to have the jungle shed test and just shed test them all. I know they're labby, but are they jungle, right? And this guy's got like that starry sort of weird pattern going on like his dad does. So I think he's jungle. Looks freaking jungle to me. But labby can definitely look the same, so what the heck? But, you know, thoughts at 1 a.m. But, yeah, this guy's freaking cool. This guy's a holdback. Love that paradox in with that labyrinth. It's kind of hard to see with my camera and all this light I have here on a super bright boa. But this guy's freaking cool. Super cool. The cool thing is every single one of my labyrinth boas has 8 on every single offering. So I didn't really know coming into, sometimes, you know, if you get into like the supers and the, you know, I don't know, just sometimes just single recessives and stuff like that. Like you'll have certain babies that, I don't know, they seem to tend to struggle a little bit more, starting off with the food, where they're a little bit more sensitive. But the crystals, the super labbies, they've been crushing it. They've just been crushing it. I'm not worried about any of them. I had 7 of them. I had 8. One died right after birth, just huge belly. But you know, I have 7 of them left. I'm gonna keep a little chunk of them. But yeah, this guy's freaking awesome. But yeah, man, I need to make these videos shorter. I'll just talk all day about boas. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you my snakes. What do you expect? You're gonna watch 30 minutes of this shit. Alright, hold on. One more snake. Okay, this is a yearling. I love her. She is a anathoristic motley, or no, she's het anathoristic. She looks so anathoristic to me every single time I look at her. I'm like, she's an anathoristic. No, she's het anery. She's motley. She's IMG. She's pos het call. But she's freaking awesome. She's gonna be jet black here soon. I love how her head's just retaining the most color. I think that's freaking awesome. But great size yearling here. Feed her, you know, usually like once every other week, a big meal. Sometimes I'll feed her once every week. But she's freaking great. And then, you know, as I'm showing off these snakes, let me just show you off one more. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so this snake's a yearling as well. Had her last year. And her pairing was a motley. Her mom's a motley het albino. And her dad is a Sunglow IMG. And so, with her, she's weird, dude. I have no clue. I'll prove her out when I breed her one day, if she breeds for me one day. But she's got some crazy paradoxing going on. And it's definitely got darker since she was a baby. But if she was a Motley IMG, why wouldn't she just be way dark right now? You know? So I'm like, okay, what's going on with this paradoxing? Like, do I have IMG just on my paradoxing? Because as a baby, she was not like this. She had paradoxing, but it wasn't as significant as this is. But yeah, I think she's just a paradox Motley. But it's just kind of crazy how the paradoxing's been enhancing so much. But she's so freaking cool. I think she's a beauty. And her mom is just awesome. Her mom's just like that classic Motley look. Beautiful snake. She's pretty good sized here. All right. Well, I better cut the video. I'll just keep talking. I'll just keep talking. But no, I appreciate it, especially if you made this far watching the video. I'm tired, so I'll just go off subject and just talk about all sorts of shit. And just start showing you my whole collection here. So let me jump off of here, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you for giving me the time out of your day to listen to me, and just show off some of my cool stuff to you guys. And if you're a customer of mine, sincerely appreciate you guys. It's you guys that really make the things keep going too, because I can't keep a collection of animals if I can't sell a little bit to pay for the food and the housing, and my freaking rent in this facility here. So just really appreciate y'all, and peace out, y'all.